It's official. Prediction from Thorpe, Malloy, McCulloch. Look, wetter winters are coming. It's going to get stormier. And the trees are blowing tonight. Yes, Thorpe, Malloy, McCulloch. 19th of July 2022, midsummer, in the evening, they predicted it's going to get wetter in the winter. Look at these umbrellas. You know, actually, the Met Office does say Aberdeen is the 13th wettest city in the UK. But, you know, if you live here, it doesn't actually rain that often, not like Glasgow. So, I mean, observations, people that live through times and events, actually might notice things better. Correcting data. Data can be wrong, but actually it can be right. You really need to verify data with human input. Multiple human input. Multiple people. But I mean, pattern matching. That's useful with smart algorithms. GREP or GREP. That's for pattern matching in Linux. And really Android is from Linux. Android, the mobile operating system. Say it again. Android, the smartphone. It's from Linux, the Linux world. You can do pattern matching. A query on text strings. Search through text strings. I mean, what use is it really, actually? I've never actually found it useful. I mean, that's another issue. All these commands, some of them may not be useful. But I mean, you need to talk about them. It's people that talk about them that actually drives attention. Pattern matching, it's better actually with, well, computer programs, applications, not just commands. I mean, computers really started with command-driven interfaces. But nowadays, young people grow up with graphical user interfaces, friendly interfaces. I mean, they might take it for granted. Actually, I shouldn't complain. Graphical interfaces have been on the go since the 1980s, since Alan Sugar and the Amstrad for computer gaming. I shouldn't complain. But I mean, some of the older people today, they've had to endure command-based interfaces, really persisting with technology. And this might make them reluctant to embrace new methods of technology. So I mean, younger people really need to be understanding of the older people. Help them, even in the face of abuse. But I mean, actually, there's a lot of women that keep filing complaints to the police. Sometimes they're not justified. You know, you really need to put up with abuse. Be understanding and compassionate. And compassion really is a fundamental premise of the NHS. Compassionate conservatism. Hailed by David Cameron. The same Prime Minister, actually, that during 2014 conducted a study into coastal erosion. Anyway, this is Thorpe, Malloy and McCulloch. What thoughts have I associated this business with? I mean, really, that's the issue when you film outside properties. And talk. Add narratives. What business do they do? It's just a name. Are they a technology company? No, I don't think they are. I think they're an architects, maybe. Thorpe, Malloy and McCulloch. 3 names. That sounds like partners. and look at the building. It looks like a building of a professional firm like an architect's. It might not be. I mean, I'm just looking at the names and thinking partners. Partners in a firm. I mean, architects' firms do have partners. Multiple people that design buildings. But I don't know what Thorpe, Malloy and McCulloch does. And I'm associating them with all this random data instead of looking up on the internet. But I mean, that's more fun. And actually, it's more natural and authentic, seeing what springs to mind. But again, well, you can't access mobile data when you're shooting video. And that's the barrier to authentic video shooting. This is Palmerston Road on the 21st of July 2022. Aberdeen's whisky distillery. You've got to remember that those fields, all the farms, Scotland's hay bale harvest, the fields of gold, those black plastic things in the field, around the hay bales, the fields of gold, to make liquid gold whisky. The black paper fibres made into plastic that's spun with farm machinery, heavy plant machinery. The paper fibres as plastic. Really traps air, which prevents mould leading on to yeast, which leads on to sugar fermenting into alcohol. And look, there's great design going up here. Palmerston Road, road closed, construction works, building works, architectural buildings, and there's a new design happening. 21st of July 2022 at the whisky distillery. This is where it's distilled in Aberdeen, under the railway bridge. The road's closed actually. There's a lot of detail out in the city of Aberdeen happening every day, which those that work for the Press and Journal writing written articles, they miss. They miss what really goes on. It's not the same, the printed press, to what's happening out and about. Signs, road closure signs, actually point to places. The road closure signs can point to interesting places, show new developments, new office blocks going up, the harbour. Where's the man's hard hat? This is Health and Safety at Work Act 1988. Where's his hard hat? Safety on the job. No, you need a hard hat. Health and Safety at Risk. That's the Health and Safety Executive responsible for that. Health and Safety at Work Act 1988. By the whisky distillery. This is why workers have accidents. They cut corners over health and safety. No hard hat. Accident waiting to happen. Who's building this anyway? Oh, it's Knight Frank. knightfrank.co.uk. North D Business. This is who's building it. Well, you can see who's building it actually. It's Knight Frank. knightfrank.co.uk. northdbusinessquarter.com. And they say that they're highly specified office developments, but you can see it's an office block without reading it. I mean, sometimes visual graphics and a picture, actually you can tell it's an office block because they're really built with better architecture, nice design. That's the business world of profit and profitability. Money talks. But here the workers are taking a risk. Safety of construction workers. Oh, there's an electrical contractor. Domestic commercial. Safeelectrical.co.uk. Safest electrical. Yeah, look closely at the email address. info@safestelectrical.co.uk. It does actually mirror the bigger sign. Electricals. Electric vehicles. So this is Windmill Brae, 2nd of August 2022. Windmill Brae. Well, it links Job Centre Plus actually. Oh, it's busy here. Yeah, Windmill Brae links Job Centre Plus. round about Rose Street, Bonaccord Street, also Crown Street. It's in that area, round about Job Centre Plus. Connects to Windmill Brae, coming through Windmill Brae, comes here. And this is the railway station. There's a car park along that road, leads into the railway station. People in Aberdeen might know about the railway station, but visitors might not. Here's a train, ScotRail. Look, you can see in. ScotRail. Train spotting. I didn't actually know it was down there. And this is the Trinity Centre. Dice, rail station, Homos Drive, X 2017. Homos Drive. Well, this is Athol House. This is the Trinity Centre. Actually, it's Friday. Sometimes the day matters. Sufficient to say, sufficient. Early August 2022. Actually, there's just a handful of cows here. This area. Yeah, this purple flower is all over the place. A bird came out of it. Not much to see here, except there's a wind turbine going round. You might need a longer level zoom. In the distance, it's turning. Although those are the ones around Canella actually. Well, they're turning. So, but odd actually. It's not windy here. So wind turbines, they store wind energy, store and forward, rotate the propellers. Store and forward is how switches work actually on the internet. Store and forward. So there must be a store and forward mechanism for storing energy in wind turbines, because it's not windy and the turbines are going round. Look, it's a calm day. Here's the visual evidence. Visual evidence enables understanding how technology works when you have an underpinning, a theoretical understanding. I mean, look, those wind turbines, they're going round. It's not windy, so they must store and forward wind energy. I mean, store the energy and then forward the propellers. Store and forward, that's a method of a switch on the internet in a computer network. Storing and forwarding energy. I'm imagining so. Imagination. Imagination you can get carried away, but actually it's not windy. Not windy. No, it's calm. Nothing to see actually. I don't think you can see the wind turbine. Well, you can see it, but you can't see the blades going round. Well, you might be able to see. You would need a longer range zoom. But I mean, there's no practical application really for all these 30 times optical zoom in an urban environment. Or even around here. You're better getting closer. Getting closer, that's better detail. That's the difference. Although you can get detail by zooming in, but still the quality might be better if you get up close. Use the smaller range built-in zooms. That's the difference. Quality. Immersive quality. High definition. Better definition. What do people want? Do they want spies? People zooming in at 35 times optical zoom? Or do they want better quality? Better quality with motion and a narrative, engaging educational content from the Scottish countryside, the Aberdeenshire countryside. Those wind turbines are near Kinnerla actually. There's the Kinnerla roundabout on the A96. It's along from the Broomhill roundabout. The Broomhill roundabout is the one at Kintore. The Kinnerla roundabout is the one that veers to Blackburn and West Hill. The names of these roundabouts. And it's called the Kinnerla roundabout because there's a place called Kinnerla. Just a few houses really. It's by the farm. There's a dairy place now. By that road, by the entrance. They sell ice cream. Gelato. Gelato, Italian for ice cream. Middle of August 2022. It's around 9 PM. It's still daylight. And actually, Denwood, by Countess Wells Road, come in this way, and there's still a big massive fallen tree blocking this road. This road that used to be passable to traffic. Barriers now. Barriers man-made and also environmental destruction. There's a big tree blocking the path, but it's in shade. And actually, as darkness approaches, there's a need for light to shoot video. And actually, at the entrance to Denwood, here, this road, there's 3 youths actually. They're standing by a car. This is where they're congregating now. I mean, away from the police. In the forest, in the woods, loitering. By all means, respect people, but pass them by and then document where they're hiding. This is where they're congregating now. Is this safety? Well, it could be if they start setting fire to trees, smoking in the woods. But actually, young people are turning to vaping, electronic cigarettes. important to acknowledge. It's important to acknowledge the trend of the times. You know, these young people, the three of them, they're not doing any harm. Standing, chatting, around phones. This is the trend of the times. STEM, science, technology, engineering and maths, with digital devices. Young people congregating with phones, cameras, pictures and video. This is the converged medium, multimedia, over high-speed networks. Aberdeen is surrounded by high-speed networks, but they might be slower elsewhere. Really, this is the best place to test out technology. Places where there's high-speed broadband, but actually it can be faster in England. That's where the trials happen. I mean, BT actually neglects Scotland. They invest in England more. Like London, big economic capital. Represents the world, really. Very divergent population. Important to acknowledge. 3 minutes shooting video. And look, horses, more horses. By Den Wood, Hazelhead Park. By Hazeldean Road. This is the road that used to be passable to traffic. Now it's where young people congregate. And there's voices. They're not in my head. I heard something, that direction. All quiet now. What's going on? Where are the police? Visible police patrols can deter people. But actually, where are they? Well, they're not here. And what's on this sign? Zooming in, I still can't read it. Sometimes you've got to go closer. Please do not feed the horses. Please do not feed the horses. Oh, actually, you can read the words through the video capture when you zoom in. Or you can read it plain as day in real life, not through video capture. I mean, modern smartphones are not really, don't have advanced zooming. I'm not that far away, actually. I'm not that close, is what I meant to say. Close, far away, well, that's short-sightedness and long-sightedness. What's the difference? What is the difference? Short-sightedness is not needing to go up closer. What's long-sightedness? Well, it's being able to see the horizon. I can see the horizon. So what's astigmatism? Well, that's a rugby ball shape. And what's laser treatment? Well, that improves eyesight. And lasers have fine wavelengths. Adjust the wavelength, you can adjust vision. What does someone else see, actually? What's over that horizon when you're in a ship? Well, you don't know what's over the horizon. And centuries ago, people thought the Earth was flat. But I mean, we can see from space. It's spherical, a sphere, round. Well, it's not round, it's a sphere. Two different shapes. Three-dimensional worlds. Virtual reality. Why isn't your dog on a lead? That's menacing. Dogs can kill children. What are your names?
We don't do it when there's children. There's no children.
But some people are still afraid of dogs.
You're not a child.
That doesn't matter, they can still attack people.
Carry on.
What's your name?
We're not listening to you.
What's your name?
Oh, bugger off.
Don't tell me to bugger off. You're going to the police. You're going to the courts. I'm coming closer so I can pick up your shouting on video. What are your names? You obviously are a parent or a grandmother, but clearly you're not a responsible parent. Women use dogs to protect themselves and put children at risk. I'm going to make an example of you. What are your names? Your dog's coming towards me. Why isn't it on a lead? You need to put them on a lead. I'll just follow you home so we know where you live so we can report you to the police. Oh no, we can see the evidence.
I'm going to have you for stalking women.
No, you can't.
My God, you watch this.
The video shows it.
Yes, and my video will do the same. Yeah.
I'll start shooting then. Stalking women? Your dog... You can't control your dogs. Women are the most prolific abusers. Oh, come on, keep filming. I want this one to go to court. What are your names? Refusing to give your name? When you give your name, the police can investigate, but you refuse to give it. So you should keep shooting video. Stalking women. Cameras can obscure faces, and young people go around with face masks and balaclavas. It's okay, the police know all about me. Oh, these dogs are not yet on a lead. Oh, that's an aggressive one, a brown one. Take a look to your left. Look at the bonny plants. The wild flowers. I mean, you're an example to the world. Women use dogs to protect themselves. You still haven't put your dogs properly on a lead. Not that brown one. That feisty one. The safety camera unit on North Anderson Drive, it moves just ever so slightly from side to side. The actual camera, it's taking I don't think the traffic's slowing down. Not really. The safety camera unit, well, is it slowing down? Oh, it is going a bit slower than usual. No, it does seem that log is going slow. I guess I'm not wearing a fluorescent jacket. I'm just out on my bike. So I guess the bright colour of the vehicle makes the safety camera unit, slow down. But I'm shooting video and these cars are slowing down. They're seeing the van. Safety camera units are worthwhile in a sense. This is an evaluation. I didn't plan on evaluating safety camera units. I just happened to come across it. What happens by chance, really? Well, no, they were slowing down, but now they're going faster. The drivers can see I'm not the police. No, they're not really slowing down. I should have had my fluorescent jacket on. Made people think I was enforcing the law. The police say don't take the law into your own hands. I'm not doing that. There's someone in the vehicle. But this is interesting. Is there? Is this vehicle manned? I was just passing. Is the traffic slowing down? I don't think it does really slow down. Some were going slower, but they're all just carrying on as usual, normal speeds. And that camera does move from side to side a wee bit. Now, is that to increase the angle? I guess cameras moving from side to side is to do with, well, it's also the angle of the shot, but it's also to do with frame rate. 30 frames per second, 25 frames per second, 60 frames per second. You know, you really need to slow down the frame rate to get hold of vehicle number plates. Here's a bike. So I guess you gotta, frame rates are increasing actually. Technology is improving, but slowing down frame rates captures more detail. That's the benefit of slow-mo mode on an iPhone. I guess you gotta go into frame rate. Is there someone in this van? I'm not going to film the person in it. Safety camera unit? Is this the police? Is there someone in this van? No driver. Maybe they're in the back.